Happy Halloween, everyone! And this is Christian Pokemon Champion, here with another video. Can you beat Pokemon Heart Gold using only dark moves? You ought to know how this mono move series works by now. Using only a mono type team isn't enough for me. I need to see and prove that each type is able to win with nothing but their natural qualities. In this case, only dark moves. Now, the rules. Of course, all moves, status or otherwise, must be of the dark variety. But this time, since we're doing a dark challenge in a second generation game, I thought it'd be epic to celebrate our spooky friends' introduction to the series by recruiting each dark type Pokemon in this game into the team. Unfortunately, you don't have access to 3 of the 4 Pokemon, with the exception to Umbreon via the EV line in Goldenrod City, which is absolutely ridiculous, by the way. So to bypass this issue, I just decided to add all the Pokemon from the get-go. Don't worry, this won't give me much of an advantage early in the game. Only Murkrow will actually have access to a dark move up until the second gym anyway. Next, to add a little flair to the challenge, I will restrict myself to a level cap. Though with my very limited move pool to work with, and I only have 4 Pokemon in my team, if I absolutely need to overlevel, I will. And if I do so, it doesn't mean that the challenge has failed. It just means that I suck at Pokemon.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
Lastly, at this point, I don't think I need to repeat these rules, so here you go. Now, if by the end of the video you find yourself having a fun time, please consider subscribing to the channel. I try to do at least 1 challenge video per month, along with a couple variety of Pokemon videos. But really, only sub if you actually had a good time. I don't need no pity sub. Other than that, now let's begin! I named myself Joe Jr., and as I've mentioned, Murkrow is the only one among my team to know a dark type move immediately. So I replaced Cynical with them, and chose to nickname Murkrow after the best big brother of all time, Itachi. Let's see if you can decipher what kind of naming scheme I have for this team. Now, after speeding through the dialogue with the professors, I then added the Sneasel, Houndour, and Eevee to the team, all at level 1. This will make it even harder on me to prepare these shady dudes for battle. I'm also gonna have to keep in mind Eevee's friendship meter in order to evolve them into Umbreon, meaning I'll have to avoid them fainting at all costs, otherwise it'll lower their happiness towards me. Umbreon, come back! You can blame it all on me. I named Eevee after Sneasel after
Mr. Grinch,
and Houndour after
Hello, Zuko here.
After briskly destroying Battlestrap Tower, let's see how our gangster bird handles against Falconer's lame, normal birds. Early on, Pidgey tends to enjoy kicking sand into our eyes. I'm watching you. Ah! My eyes! Anyway, on my 4th attempt, after I attacked, they predictably responded with Sand Attack, and I immediately missed. Am I the only person that seemingly always misses on the first move after only a single Sand Attack? Either way, I was at least able to hit them in the next move, fainting them. Pidgeotto's up next. I pursued them, they tackled, and after so much bad luck, I finally finished them off with a lucky crit, giving us the Zephyr badge. By the way, what is a Zephyr anyway? Whisper. Huh? Wonder what they said that scared him so much. Punchy gum has the properties of both rubber and gum. Thinking ahead, knowing that the next gym is bug focused, and knowing that bug type moves are super effective against my team, I made sure to have Grinch learn Feint Attack beforehand. This way, at least I'll have 2 Pokemon to fight with. Now, I did start the battle with Houndour to do some switch training. Might not have been super smart, but Scyther's decent experience as free real estate. After a couple Feint Attacks, their Scyther used U-turn, unfortunately taking out Snape. Honestly, I'm super appreciative that at least the rest of Bugsy's teams are just Kakuna and Metapod, which neither have any bug type moves to harm my team, which makes it pretty easy to take down one of them with Itachi before Scyther's return. Once he's back, they use focus energy while I pursued. They attack quickly, and I finished them off with another pursuit. Kakuna is then last. After an attack, Itachi did contract a disease from poison sting, so I was a little scared. Thankfully, their Susanoo was just enough to sneak in a win. Now that we dominated the bug team, barely, I took the time to go to a salon. Using the salon will increase Eevee's happiness, though not enough yet to evolve them. I'll still only have Itachi and Grinch to take on Whitney. I mean, I could run back and forth for a while, and then I could have an Umbreon, but CBC don't run. Clefairy is first for Whitney. My Feint Attack did considerable damage, and since they wasted a turn using Mimic, another fainted them. Now here comes the big bad Miltank. While I attacked, they made them moves on the Grinch. I looked at my team to see who I can switch into to eliminate this attract, but then I realized my entire team is made up of males. Well, this sucks. Either way, I switched into Zuko, whereby Miltank stopped him to smithereens. Dang, that is one thick cow. I sent out the Grinch again, and since I was getting fed up with this attract, I threw out a taunt to prevent any further lovesickness. Though, because I did this, they're more inclined to use Rollout, which has the potential to obliterate my entire team. So I'm gonna have to start making this cow to flame me on pretty soon. I bring out Itachi. Their second Rollout made contact, but gratefully my next attack gave me the win. All on my 7th attempt. Quick, hide the goods! You came to the wrong neighborhood, Christian boy. What did I just see? Soon after Goldenrod City, Zuko finally joined the party through the newly learned Bite. And since I now have 3 functional Dark-type Pokemon, I don't feel it's necessary to train for the Ghost-type gym. Gastly is quickly taken care of by Zuko. For MC Hammer, I decided that Grinch was best fit to handle them. But after a singular feint attack, MC Hammer put Grinch to sleep. And then they proceeded to sleep the following 4 turns up until they're fainting.
What is the deal?
So Itachi had to come in and save the day once again, using Amaterasu for 2 consecutive turns. He did then feint to the following Haunter, meaning Zuko is gonna have to cheek out a win by defeating 2 Haunters all by himself. This is your chance, Zuko. Prove yourself. They gave a very condescending look at Zuko. I'm condescending. Though it didn't seem to matter since a single bite RIP'd them. For the final Pokemon, they went for 2 Hypnoses that he missed, giving me a chance to close this match out on my first attempt. Probably should have trained a little bit there. Oh hey, Suicune. I swear, if I see you one more time, I'm gonna find I'm gonna find where you live and bury you with the others. When did Suicune turn into Crystal Walken? As many of you boomers may know, the next gym is a fighting one, and particularly even the trainers within the gym were terribly aggravating. But I believe the drippiness of my dark crew. After about 20 attempts of Primeape whooping my butt, I was eventually able to feint them using 8 total feint attacks. Feint attack being the perfect move against them since they like to use double team a lot. Moreover, Chuck frequently uses Focus Punch, and as long as I continue my barrage of attacks, it becomes a free turn. Poliwrath is last. By the way, why does Bugsy, the second gym leader, have more Pokemon than Chuck?
What is the deal?
Knowing that Body Slam may paralyze Umbreon, I made use of their ability to sync the paralysis with Poliwrath. This will make things a whole lot easier. The 2 then kept attacking each other, eventually forcing Chuck to use a Hyper Potion, and thereafter fainting Snape. Zuko got a couple of flinches on Poliwrath before they put Zuko to sleep, and promptly Falcon Punching them to oblivion. Even Itachi fell for the same tactic, but through the sacrifices of this redeemed team, the Grinch's heart grew 3 times while taking out the Poliwrath. Now at the lighthouse, and as Ampharos brightens your day, I'm gonna be honest with the 6th gym and my issues with it. Jasmine's team consists of 2 Magnemites and a Steelix. The former aren't necessarily problematic, though the paralysis is a tad annoying. It's particularly that dang Steelix again. At this point of the game, the only damaging moves that I got under my arsenal are of the physical variety, and the fact that dark moves are for no reason whatsoever ineffective against Steel-type Pokemon, coupled with Steelix's massive defense already, my Pokemon just aren't enough to win, at least at their current levels, as it is apparent that I can barely get to half of his health at my current state. Why are you doing this to me? Believe me, I tried not to resort to this, but I had to overlevel. But to make up for it, let's do a singing montage. Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see this our town of Halloween. This is Halloween, this is Halloween. Pumpkins scream in the dead of night in this town of Halloween. I am the one hiding under your bed, teeth ground sharp and eyes glowing red.
I am the who when you call who's there.
I am the wind blowing through your hair.
I am the shadow on the moon at night, filling your dreams to the brim with fright.
This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween. And there's lumblies everywhere. Life's no fun without a good scare. That's our job, but we're not mean in our town of Halloween. Everybody scream, everybody scream. In this town we call home, everyone sing to the pumpkin song. La 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 la. Back, now at level 45. At least at this level, this is still a tough match since my attacks only marginally got stronger. First things first, to avoid being paralyzed, I used Taunt on the Magnemite. I also made sure to not totally KO them so the Jasmine would heal them. Believe you me, I'd rather have the Hyper Potion on the Magnemite and not on the Steelix. They switched quickly afterwards. Now that Steelix is finally here, here's a time lapse of how long it took me to beat this behemoth. In order to finally defeat him, it took me a total of 16 attacks. 12 times where Steelix either missed their attack, was flinched by Bite or King's Rock, which I obtained earlier to give me a slightly more of a chance to win, or wasted a turn on Sandstorm, along with 3 Pokemon. Dang man, at least they finally went down, but now I have to address the remaining Magnemites. Using Houndour, they made quick work out of the returning Magnemite. The second Magnemite did faint him, though after being bitten a couple of times prior, so Itachi was able to swiftly give me the win, all on my 50th attempt. By the way, I promise to never overlevel again in this challenge. Oh hey, it's my friend Suicune. I warned you, CPC. I warned you if I saw you again. Yo, hey guys, it's your friend, the CPC. No need to worry,
Suicune definitely didn't do anything to Sweet PC.
Cringe.
Okay, continue on with the challenge. Aside from Dugong's comically annoying rest spam, Price doesn't put up much of a fight. Though it is hilarious that Seal will often use Hail, which, since I got my Sneasel out, really only hurts himself, since Seal isn't an ice type. So let's go ahead and finish off our final gym. For Gyarados, I felt it was best to switch Pokemon to eliminate the Intimidate. I chose to go into Umbreon since he's the best defensive wall. Plus I can get a couple paybacks on them prior to fainting, whereby Houndoom can then beat them. Now it's the infamous Kingdra. Unfortunately, the only thing I did was hit the attack button over and over again, but at least my attacky moves did the job. Dragonaire's up, and they were a tad annoying. After paralyzing Itachi, he apparently decided to not attack until they were KO'd by him. Come on, Itachi, you're better than this. Thankfully, Zuko was able to pick up where Itachi failed, along with a second Dragonair. No fun, quick, witty transition, let's book it to the Lily 4 right now. Since Dark is, you know, my thing, Will not be winning this match. Though it did take a little more effort for the second Xatu. Koga is next. During their tussle, their poison jab did poison the Grinch, which Snape had to then pick up the slack. Since Fortress is pretty defensive, Zuko's Dark Pulse is best. Although I'm a little worried about exhausting the PP in my move since Fortress likes to use Protect a lot. Muck then fainted Zuko by chucking trash at him, whereby Itachi finished him off with his one-shot knockout punch. Crobat and Venomoth didn't take too much effort to defeat. Though remember kids, when you know your opponent's about to heal, don't use Sucker Punch. Bruno, in a turn of events, turned out to be the hugely tricky one. Oh, how are the turntables. Remember, my team is nothing but dark Pokemon, as I've said like 1,000 times. And what type of Pokemon does Bruno specialize in, kids? Rock! No, of course fighting. Doesn't mean I'll have to take every advantage as possible in order to win. For instance, Hypnontop has Counter and Dig, so my plan for him was to use Dark Pulse, a special move to bypass his counter. And once he uses Dig, I would switch into my flying type Itachi. While fighting him, Bruno at times likes to switch. In this case, he switched into Hitmonchan. Unfortunately, dude has a pretty good move pool, using Ice Punch to KO Itachi. I switched into Zuko and he yet again switched into Hitmontop. I mean, pick a Pokemon, dude. But because he did that, his first Pokemon was finally defeated. His next Pokemon is Hitmonlee, who is the key to my victory. See, the dude knows the move Swagger, and as long as Snape doesn't faint, he then becomes a bulky powerhouse. So I guess you could say he becomes a mitochondria. Since Bruno has the massively beefy Chad, Machamp, I most definitely needed the Swagger to be given to Snape. The first turn, Snape did get confused, which meant that he had to take a cross chop. But I think my luck is about to turn, as I get 3 flinches in a row on them. This is exactly what I needed. Zuko swiftly finishes the job. Oko's the Onyx, and last up is Machamp once again. Since I got King's Rock, that and Dark Pulse also flinches on its own, I literally got, and don't think I cheated or anything, but I got 5 flinches in a row, which is a 0.243% chance of happening. I swear, I literally only have just the worst luck in the world, or an unbelievable amount of luck going for me. Either way, all that luck does not stop them from fainting Zuko. But since they're only 1 hit from losing, the Grinch saved Christmas with 1 more attack. All this happened on my 91st attempt. Hoping this is the worst of the league. Bleep nah! I'm the only Dark-typed Karen that's allowed in this region. The copycat, Karen's first Pokemon is her own Snape, which because of his thickness, took a bit of time devoted to fainting them. Also, I'm really jealous that they can use Confuse Ray and Double Team. At least I can just switch into another Pokemon to combat the former, and use Feint Attack for the latter. Just as Snape fought his evil self, so too does Zuko. Thankfully, after spamming Bite to conserve my Dark Pulses, Zuko was able to overcome his evil side, redeeming himself. MC Hammer only needed 1 hit. Despite being paralyzed, Zuko still defeated the Vileplume, and last up is the Evil Itachi. Evil Itachi takes out Good Snape and Grinch thereafter, so now it's Evil Itachi versus Good Itachi. And because of Good Itachi's friends' sacrifices, Itachi too was able to redeem himself with just 1 Feint Attack. Now that's what I call a character development. So I'm gonna be real with you guys. Remember when I wouldn't overlevel again? In this case, level 50 for Lance. Well, after several attempts, through my decent experience from all the challenges I've done in the past, I could tell that the only way for me to defeat Lance at my current strength is to depend almost solely on an unrealistic number of flinches in a row. And I think I've already used up my luck reserves against Bruno. His Pokemon are just too bulky against my subpar attacks. So yes, I did go back to Victory Road to train Houndoom to level 60 so that it can learn to move Nasty Plot, making my Dark Pulse basically KO everything in its wake. Oh no, I've backslided! I've become a cheat! I know what I must do. I may have overleveled here, but I think we all know who the true champion of this region is. Trainer Joey. I'm just kidding. So as we are shamefully crowned the champion, I decided to make my climb up to Mount Silver, hopefully redeeming my terrible past, just as the characters that my team is named after once did. As I trudged the mountain, I even found and caught my very first shiny in 21 months. This must be a sign to me that I can still redeem my folly. I've made it. I'm in front. of my destiny. You may be red, but my favorite color is blue! Our first obstacle is the oddly overleveled Pikachu. Yo, Pikachu, here's a Thunderstone. Since I happen to be the only Pokemon in Red's team with a held item, that being Light Ball, it doubles their attack stats? Now I know why they're still a Pikachu. Weavile can quickly take away the item before their attack, though their attack happened to miss since it's an Iron Tail. I mean, it's gonna miss. It's in the description, Red. The Grinch then defeated them. Though, if Weavile were to feign Pikachu, for instance due to a crit, then I might as well restart, because then Red's next Pokemon wouldn't have been Charizard, which is paramount to my victory. Nonetheless, Charizard is out, and here's where I hope he either misses his Air Slash or uses Fire moves, which thanks to my Flash Fire, extinguishes the latter's attack. By doing this, it allows Zuko to boost his special attack with Nasty Plot. Most times, I only got maybe 2 Nasty Plots while against Charizard. This was because Zuko would have taken too much damage to continue their third Nasty Plot, in which case I would need his Blastoise and miss Focus Blast. But this time, he for some reason uses a Fire move thrice in a row. He's never done this before. Now that I've charged my Lazar, Zuko can then Oko them. Do the same for this Blastoise, which I definitely needed all 3 Nasty Plots to do so. One on Lapras, even being fully buffed, I still couldn't feint the Snorlax. Oh no. Phew! That was scary. Okay, Zuko, do what you do best. Red brings out his last Pokemon. Just one more attack. And the Dark Pulse feints the Venusaur, winning me the match. Hopefully, absolving me of my crime of overleveling. All on my 40th attempt. And now I can confidently say that my Dark team has been put into the Hall of Fame. Along with Todd, Bellsmart, Uhura, MC Hammer, Groot, Stocky, Jock, Joseph, Kitty Cow, Atkins, Coughing, Priceless Purpose, Doug, and Doug, Good Boy, Norman, IE Birds, The Explosion Squad, HCRCs, Aaron, Breath, Foot, TD Guard, The Artina, Passive Squad, and Kaido, all with an in-game timer of 67 hours and 19 minutes. And that's it. Guys, please go ahead and send your prayers in the comments below. And with that I say, wait, I completely forgot Tyranitar! No!
Bruh.
Oh, bye, guys. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom